this right up to here. See a little fallen heroes. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to go say hello to the other aspect that they require, the players.
Like, I'm getting close to 50, by the way.
Hello, fellow adventurers. How are we all today?
Pretty
Just
good.
seeing how I'm going to probably die of old age before I get killed in the tomb.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because I have a disclaimer to make. You guys are in the final leg of this dungeon. Congratulations, you have come this far.
Yippee.
This is where the gloves come off. This is where it's going to get much, much harder. So,
Put the gloves back on.
yeah. So, be prepared and get ready and buckle up, because we're going in and we're going in hard. Alright. And we're going to move on over to the big map. And I'm going to drag you guys over here as well. And you guys have come pretty far, I must admit. So, now for those who weren't here, which I believe was Cannon, and March, and I think also Doug. So only Baylor, played by Beast, was actually present for this little moment. So I have some reading to do. But I'm going to do a little recap. So long story short, you guys teleported to an area that you hadn't explored before, and you started exploring out this tunnel, which ironically led you back to where you originally were. But it wasn't all for naught. You guys have got some decent treasure and loot out of it, and you also found a key, which you don't know entirely what that entails. And you did manage to figure out how to actually open up this special door, which was a prophecy given by our cleric, which he said to Zug, 3 swords. Which you guys then figured out the trick for opening up that door with 3 slots was to put 3 swords in them. It required you guys to teleport back to town and back again to just the purchase of 3 swords to put into that door to open it up. But here you are. You have opened your way up into this grand sort of multi-columned chamber. It is like that little scene in the Mines of Moria. We just see these massive columns going all the way down, and there's quite a few of them. Yeah, you guys can explore freely at your leisure. Whoever wants to go first, I'll get you to describe your character. So who wants to go first?
Zug.
Yep.
Zug will move his way towards the.
All right, describe your character for us, there, buddy.
Zug is a kobold rogue, and he's currently wearing a foxhide outfit. Fit on.
Yep. All right.
Yep. He's a very sneaky boy.
All right, and yeah,
I see something over in that corner there.
Which corner?
Over in the top left.
All right, yes. So, do you remember that very first long chamber you encountered? There was a big demon face at the end of it.
Yeah.
You see that. It's basically that thing that was on the startup screen that just a moment ago.
Also, I have a question. Did we have time for a long rest?
Strictly speaking... So, yeah, that's a good question. Now, you guys have leveled up. Now, typically speaking, you're supposed to get all your new stuff when you level up, but I'm going to be extra nice to you guys, because I think you guys are going to need it. I'm going to give you all your long rest effectively now, in the equivalency of when you guys had leveled up. You feel so inspired that you're going on with this, like, you're kind of so close. I'm giving you the whole full benefits of your long rest. Which means all spells should be recast at this point, in fairness.
Alright.
And what level should we be?
12. I hope you've leveled up, Cannon. Because if you're not, it's a bit late.
Fine.
I did tell you, like, a month ago, or a week, or 2 weeks ago.
Cannon.
That's our Cannon.
We love you. We love you, Cannon.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I gain anything off of it.
You mean besides a feat and an attribute bonus?
And fine.
Man, you know, level 12, not that important.
It's like the level of all levels.
Yeah, I know.
Not
That's
gonna
like your
lie,
icon.
my Stalwart Pact is busted at the moment. Because it'll give you 60 temporary HP if you go below half.
There are some spells that are like that. This is the 3.5.
I'm going to cast Stalwart Pact immediately on Robo Buddy.
I thought he had it.
He no longer has the token on him showing he has it.
Alright. Oh, he has it now.
Yippee.
Now, that doesn't do anything until it triggers, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
And the trigger is half his HP.
I was just looking at that
Then
little
I'm
token. That it's so the token icon is so far away from Robo Buddy. It actually looks like it's on Ragnos, the ant guy.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Also, immediately after that, I'm going to cast Hero's Feast. Would everyone
Okay.
like a snack?
Yep.
Okay.
Munch.
Yum, yum, yum.
Now, how much do you want to roll that dice to see how much we get?
7 plus 6, so 13 temporary HP.
Were
on
we
top of
using
that.
the blue light? Yeah, we
Blue
were.
is temp,
Why
Okay.
do I have a
And-
5 on me?
and green is my Bear's Endurance.
Alright, I'm just applying that to everyone. I don't know why you have a different one.
Oh, so that's what the green is. It's 5 temporary HP on top of.
The green is like is your so the blue bar gets taken first. Sorry for the any confusion. The green bar gets taken second, but the green bar can be healed.
It's basically bonus max HP
Hmm.
for a certain duration.
Oh, that's nice.
And the green bar is how much currently? 22?
It should be 22.
Yeah. Actually, you want to check that because you've leveled.
It would be 24.
So it's 24?
Yes, but it should be ended because it's been more than 12 minutes.
What do you mean? Oh, because you cast it individually on everyone.
It was on mass,
Yeah.
and it was like last time. Oh wait,
Well, this is
Has
a
been
new
12
day. You have to
minutes.
recast them all.
yes, I'm not going to cast it because it only lasts 12 minutes in total.
Oh, so you're not casting it? I'll take away the green bar.
Yep,
Alright, done.
because that's going to be when I know for a fact there's danger.
Yep, not a problem. Well, I think it's a Tomb of Horrors. You can assume there's going to be danger. You just don't know when there's going to be danger.
Like, it may be more than like a half hour away.
If it
I
makes
only
you
have
feel any
one
better,
cast of it.
12 minutes is the equivalency of 120 rounds.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel any better when, for now.
Yep.
Anyways,
That's no problem. You can save it.
Okay.
Done.
You said you. Yep.
No one has Bear's Endurance currently.
Okay, that's fine.
then who is the most likely to get ambushed or teleported away from the party?
That's... So, I mean, how would you define that question?
Based off our knowledge, it's Robo Buddy who's most likely to wander off by accident.
I'll say that's less likely. So, on the basis that the player who plays Robo Buddy isn't here, so therefore he can't make him wander off.
Well,
any
technically,
active-
Zug,
Zug is the
And-
trap. Yeah, I suppose Zug is most likely.
I do tend to be on my own.
Yeah,
but,
you're on the
but
front line.
Generally, you know where
All right.
you generally know where I am, where I've went.
I'm going to cast Status Greater on Zug.
I thought you could target multiple people with that.
Let me just double check.
Yeah. Anyway, if anyone, while he's doing that, does anyone want to do anything?
Oh wait, I can touch. I can. It's one living creature per 3 levels, so I can touch 4 people.
Yep. And assuming you don't want to do that to yourself, so who do you assign?
I'm going to do 1 for Zog, 1 for the weird man in the other front who likes to punch things, who can fly.
So I don't know who he said.
Okay, so that's Project.
Mr. Project.
Yep.
Robo Buddy.
Okay.
And for some reason, I'm going to be extra nice and cast it on this Ant-Man.
Okay. Yeah, he'll accept
Are they
that.
willing?
Yeah, he's willing. He does say, "What is this?"
Just so I can keep track of you, and if we get separated, I can heal you, and I know your exact roughly location and can heal you from very far away.
Exactly.
This is acceptable.
Roughly the location.
And it will last for roughly 12 hours.
Very well.
Okay. So we have I believe we've encountered this green thing before.
Correct. You know what? I think I accidentally closed off the PDF file which had the module in it, and I had a whole bunch of other stuff in it too that I was going to use. So I have to reopen that, but that's okay. I've got it. Alright, so I have a little description about this room, just for convenience for you guys. So we'll read out. Where are we? So I think it's here. Yeah. Alright, so scores of massive columns hold up the ceiling, tiled in dark stone. Across the gulf of darkness, something glitters with orange light at the back of the chamber.
Something is at the back?
Yeah.
Something glittering?
Yeah,
Okay.
In this kind of direction.
That direction. Okay. I'm going to tell everybody. I'm gonna check it out to see if there's any traps.
Yep. So you can do
Make
your
sure
little
that-
sweep action if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna be like a minefield. I'm gonna treat it like a minefield.
Absolutely fair.
So I'm saying, go exactly where I go,
Okay.
nowhere else,
All right.
because I can only guarantee your safety for the minefield.
Yep. So Ernie kind of like looks down at his feet at an area where he's standing where you didn't sweep.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
considering that you're okay now, I think
Mhm.
you're okay. But
Right. So first thing I'm gonna get you to do is roll a search check.
search. Okay. Don't I have? Okay. Okay. I was just trying to figure out. Like, I thought I picked up a feat that
Mm-hmm.
that I have a minimum.
I'm not sure. You mean the new last feat you got?
Yeah.
I thought you wrote that down somewhere. Like
Yeah, I did.
in the.
I was just looking.
Yep.
I don't think it is. I don't think we went with the feat I thought we were with. So.
I believe that feat
No,
allows you
that's-
to create traps at a increased speed.
That's a low. I rolled low.
Okay, so that is the search you currently have. Can start walking.
Okay. I'm gonna be cautiously moving forward.
Yep. Where do you go?
I'm going roughly in the general direction of the light,
Sure.
while continuing to sweep around the area.
Well, at the moment, you haven't found anything.
Yep. I'm going tile by tile just in case
Yep.
there's something.
And for the others, feel free to move your characters if you wish. I'll move the inactive characters up. Ellie asks if there's any instructions.
So,
Yep. What's up, Ernie?
how hard would it be to actually like fly in this area?
Not.
How tall is the ceiling?
That is a good question. I'm just gonna have a quick look on the thing, so I'm not gonna be able to see that screen, Zog. So let me see. I'm just checking. I would say. I'd say they're about maybe 30 feet. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And the pillars are roughly what, 10 feet apart?
I see
Yeah,
something.
maybe closer to less than 5 foot.
I'm gonna
Oh, less than
like what
5
I'm gonna do.
Oh.
Because if you consider the diameter of
might-
the square compared to the diameter of the cylinder, I'd say it's just a little bit. Probably maybe 3 feet. You know what? We can measure this. According to the thing, it's 2.5 feet.
So I'd put each one
I'm sorry, what?
of the pillars being disgruntled villager noises. Yeah, that would be awfully hard to fly in. And I done forgot his route that he took.
We're generally going towards the southeast. I took a route that's southeast.
Mm-hmm. I will say that Zog, when he does a search check, he searches the adjacent squares around him.
Yeah.
So, as long as you kind of walk roughly where you think he was, you should be good. I mean, are you flying?
No.
You just
Yeah.
walked straight there?
We just kind of just
Yep.
walked like right over
Okay.
to there.
Nothing happens.
Zug sees something.
And also, Ernie, can you please describe your character since you did something?
Yeah. So we is Ernie Gobblestone.
Mhm.
We are a short little gnome. Happen to have multicolored hair. And we're actually from like a more of a like a monk monastery, but all about focusing in being like the mythical dragons. I
Yeah.
say mythical, but the dragons are real.
Hmm.
And actually emulating the effects of said dragons.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And feel free to continue.
I see something up there. I see something to our south.
Yes, indeed you do. I will describe it for you. All right. Where is it? I'm just trying to find the information on it. There's a lot of text here. Okay, yeah. A stark black dais holds an obsidian throne inlaid with silver and ivory skulls. A crown and scepter rest upon the throne. The crown is golden, while the scepter has a silver end and one of gold.
Huh. I don't trust this one bit. This is the Tomb of Horrors. I do not trust that.
Mm-hmm.
There's some kind of trap here. My trap senses are tingling.
That's totally fair. You have your work cut out for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna motion for Boris to come forward and kind of like check it out.
Carefully
Be careful.
follow in this general direction.
Okay. I would like you to to describe your character, because we haven't described you yet.
I am a middle-aged, kind of short dude at 5'6". If you saw his face, you see he has gray eyes, making him look kind of blind, but he's not. He is a cleric and fortune teller.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
You see that stuff? See that throne?
One second, you need to take it 2 steps closer. There you go. Yeah, I see it.
I don't trust it one bit.
Me neither. Just considering last time we saw something like that wasn't very good.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to proceed with this.
Just a little quick thing. Back in the back, meanwhile, the little ant creature goes up beside you there, Baylor, and says, "Are you not going in?"
I am observing.
All right. Observing what?
He's a master at work when it comes to this trap stuff.
I see, but are you not their wizard?
Yeah.
So, I'm sure your knowledge in the arcane would surpass his.
Yeah, but he has this thing.
Oh.
Hey, do you want me to help you with that?
And
Well,
at this point,
yes.
you would like Baylor, if you could describe your character, please.
So I'm playing Baylor Ingram, and he is a gray elf wearing very expensive-looking clothes, and he is carrying 2 staves. He is a wizard.
So anyway, he calls out to you. Do you need any help with that? How do you guys respond?
Well, I
There's
definitely
something
wouldn't mind,
up here.
but we should be careful. There's a dead guy on the throne again.
Boris, any ideas? Should we approach? Or should we leave it alone?
Can I make an Arcana check?
Of course. What would you
One
like
second.
to...
Let me try something real quick.
Before you do, just for Baylor, because he's been very inactive, when you want to make an Arcana check, what is it in relation to? Just so I know. If you're trying to figure something out, are you...
I'm trying to see if I can detect any magic.
Okay, so there's a spell you can cast called Detect Magic. That will just straight tell you.
I think I do have it. But
I also have.
It's a level 0, so if you want to cast it, please tell me, and I'll tell you if you can just ask me, is this magical, and I'll straight tell you. And on top of that, you can spend 3 rounds, typically speaking, and I'll tell you what school of magic is on that. That if you do detect any magic.
Ooh, I will attempt that.
Okay. So you've spent a little bit of time while the others are walking on ahead, so I'm happy to say that you can do that if you wish. And just for your benefit, you do actually detect magic. You find out that each pillar is radiating magic.
Uh-oh.
And when you sort of spend a couple of rounds focusing on it, it is radiating transmutation magic.
Huh.
Each single pillar.
Hey guys, I don't think we should be touching these pillars. I think we should Be very careful.
Well, when I say each pillar, I mean for the ones that you can you'll detect magical reach, because it only goes 30 feet. So that's like these ones.
I mean, that's most of the pillars.
Yeah.
There's
There's
a whole lot
more
more.
further.
And that's just assuming that they're. That's just like me assuming that they're not all of. I'm just assuming all of them because if they're all within my range,
Yep.
can I move like 30 feet to the right then to sweep?
Yeah,
the
move your
whole room to
character.
see if
Oh, you can't move your
every
character,
single
can
one-
you?
No, I cannot. I'm on the screen. That's
So
why I haven't been
yeah.
moving. It's because I can't move.
Say that again. So you want to move 30 feet to your left? Did you say?
I want to
Right.
explore the actual.
Yeah. So while the others
Room.
have
I
gone
want to
right,
make it-
you want to go left. Yeah.
Well, I want to verify it to see if all of the pillars are met.
Right. So you go inside, and you kind of like look around at some of the other pillars that you had line of sight to now. Yes, they have the exact same. At least the ones in this area have the exact same.
Yeah. Okay, I go back to the group and I say, so all of these have transmutation magic on them. Every single pillar in this room.
Hmm.
That's
is-
very
Ooh.
fun.
It's
I would
very
like to try some.
Go for it.
I'm going to cast Omen of Peril,
Okay.
and I'm going to ask you. I'm going to pull it up for your benefit.
Okay.
So I have an 82% chance of success. Basically, do you want me to just send you the description of it?
Yes, please. Otherwise, I'll have to look it up. Is there anyone who would like to do anything quickly while he's resolving that, just to conserve time?
I am going to let my snake out of my sleeve,
Okay.
I'm
and I'm going
actually
to.
going to.
Hold on. Don't talk over each other. I'll let Baylor finish, and then I'll go to you, Cannon.
Yeah, and then I'm going to. I'm gonna ask it to see if it could find any like slips or cracks, anything in this general area that would look like a trigger.
Can it talk back, or is it just
It's a familiar, so it's a telepathic link.
But can it like communicate? There's a difference between you two sharing feelings and it being able to talk back.
It can follow instructions.
Okay, yeah. I just want to know
That's
if
true,
it
'cause
can
it's a
relay its
familiar.
own thoughts to you. Okay,
It
so
can communicate pictures basically. So
all
you
right.
Yeah, so it could be like this location, this.
Okay, so it's looking at
this
you,
square.
and you wanted to find stuff that it can sliver between. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it sort of looks around at this big room, and then it produces a picture of the of your party moving a particular path, and then looks back at you kind of quizzitively. Do you respond, Beast? Okay, I guess.
Oh, I was talking. My mic was muted. Apparently.
Okay.
I said. I said I relay the info. I say I think we should follow the snake. I think he's.
You're
got a
saying
pretty
that to the
good idea.
party that they should follow
Yes.
the snake.
To the party. 'Cause
I'd
I'm right
rather
next to
follow
it.
Zug, who can actually detect the traps.
Yeah, snake first, Zug second.
I think I'm
Snake's
better at
not heavy
detecting.
enough. Okay, but he's not heavy. The snake's not heavy enough to set off the traps. You are. And
Zug.
you kind of have it. You have a reoccurring issue with pits.
Zug, you can
I'm gonna give you the
immediately tell
Finger.
him that not all traps are based on weight. They could be based on
Yeah.
just pure touch and proximity.
Yeah. Not all. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him. Not all traps are weight based.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll just explode, especially if it's a magical trap.
Yeah.
And it takes
It-
an hour for me to summon him back. It's a lot more costly for us to bring you back.
It takes me 10 minutes.
Well,
Revive
my
him.
Strictly speaking,
Yeah, but the cost
just
is
to
pretty
point
high,
out that if you lose a
relatively.
familiar, it's actually, going by rules, pretty detrimental.
Wait,
But
really?
yeah, in 3.5 it was pretty rough.
Ooh.
But I may or may not ignore said rules, but I also may not make it necessarily easy for you just getting back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to.
but if the thing sets off a fireball,
Like,
Yeah. Like, I believe in the core rules, Beast. If you lose your familiar, you lose a level.
oh god.
Yeah, it's something pretty rough like that.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Anyways, so
But this
as
is
I
a
cast
bad-
Omen's Apparel,
Yep. What's the? Did you get the text in the chat?
I sent it to you as a DM.
Oh, right.
And
Okay.
and the action I would be doing as this is walking up to the basically walking up to the little thing there, but
So
moment I get a response
when you say thing,
back
I
from it,
need
I'm
you
gonna
to
start.
be specific.
I'm going to be walking up the stairs to the skeleton man
What
as
skeleton
the
man?
action I would be doing.
What skeleton man? There's no skeletons in here.
Oh, I was this stuff.
So that
I
the
forget what
throne.
the throne, the
Thank
big
you.
chair.
Right. So you want to know if walking up to the throne is going to cause a bad action.
Yes,
Now, how long does it take you to cast this spell?
instantaneous
Okay.
or one round, I should say.
All right. I'm happy for that. So you cast the spell. Now I'm gonna have to roll this in secret. You understand?
Yes.
Now, I'm also going to tell that I'm going to do something. I'm going to roll this secretly on roll 20. Beast, you're the only one who's going to be able to see this because you're watching the stream so you can move characters around and stuff like that. So keep this to
Yeah.
yourself.
I'll just not look.
Yeah, so no one look at the Twitch stream and for the purposes of...
I was drawing something
Yeah.
earlier, so I'll just finish drawing that, I guess.
Alright, so... And that's a D100, isn't it?
Yep. And I have an 82% chance of succeeding.
Okay. So if it's higher than 82, it's the wrong answer.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So if it's higher than 82%, it's the wrong answer. Yeah? Doug?
Let's see what it says. Successful. Correct version. I'm just trying to read again what it says. Success.
Alright. So I'm just gonna... Okay. Okay. Alright, so in response, I'll say you walking up to the throne is safe.
Okay. Mr. Zug, can you check the stairs as we walk up?
sure. And I'll be slightly in front.
Well, that
But I'm still on guard because of everything.
Before you do, Cannon was waiting to do something. Cannon, what did you want to do?
we're going to cast the invocation of Magic Insight. Basically, it's detect magic, and I can spend a full round action to identify all the properties of said item.
Item or detect magic?
Oh, well, it's kind of like both parts. So the detect magic, basically reconfirming that pillars are all magical.
Correct.
And we're going to spend our full action afterwards to try and identify the properties of the magical
Can you
properties of
put
these
the
pillars.
text? Give me the text on that, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Ta. Alright, so while you're doing that, Zug, you're moving on forwards. You're doing your. I'm assuming you're keeping your sweep check.
Sure, unless you want me to reroll.
I have no reason to say that you would need to validate a new roll, so you can keep moving. And at the moment, you've yet to pick up any traps.
Okay.
Yep. I might need to read.
I'm
on
sweeping the stair.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sweeping the
totally fair.
pedestal
And
around the items.
I'm just checking something here. You know what? I wonder if I can slightly cheat and go. Oh, okay. There is something.
There's another something in the corner here.
Okay. At present. Okay, so you approach the throne, Zug?
Yes.
Alright. So as you sort of search around the throne, as you do a small search, it reveals a few things. One is including a small replica of the crown inlaid in silver, which is on the lower front panel of this throne seat.
Huh. I'm gonna ask Boris, are you able to detect if these things are cursed if I touch them?
Potentially, I could even remove a curse, potentially. But let me check them first, as I cast
Yeah.
Detect Magic in this area.
Yep. I'm still waiting on that text, by the way, Cannon.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
Alright, so you cast Detect Magic. And I need to check something here. Okay. You are picking up a magical aura coming from the crown. And I believe you're also picking up an aura from the scepter. When you spend
the
a little.
shinies are. Yeah, I was just going to tell them the shinies are magical. You may not want to touch them yet. I'm going to spend 3 rounds and let someone else do something if necessary.
Okay. If anyone
I'm
wants
gonna
to
wait for his
pipe
response.
in, that's fair.
Okay. There is something that I wanted to ask the group.
Yeah, go for it.
So
Ellie's here for
so
the very
is
least.
all of okay. Does like
Ellie's fairly
so
smart.
all these pillars have transmutation magic, which means
Yeah.
But what will it transmute, and why is it in every single pillar?
So that's a good question. Trying to figure that out can be a lot harder. Now, transmutation magic can mean a number of things, but it can also mean a lot of both good and bad things. So, the worst scenario, this is just coming off the top of your mind, would be like flesh to stone. The good scenario things, like I believe Bear's Endurance, for example, is a transmutation magic.
Somehow I doubt that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like transmutation magic is a broad area. Like polymorph is another scenario. If you want, if you're asking Ellie says if you want a clever way to figure out what these pillars do, why don't you just summon another creature? She kind of indicates towards your snake and have that interact with the pillar.
Okay. Let's see, how big should I make this? Guys, how big of a creature should I test out?
Not one that would probably knock over more than one pillar.
I don't know if they're going to be able to knock over the pillar. but they'll be able to do
Well, I
something.
don't try and knock over the pillar. That's why we can't have Robo Buddy in here too, or he has to squeeze.
Yeah, Robo Buddy's currently squeezing in for the doorway as I speak.
Yeah, I'm not trying to knock over
yeah. Yeah, you just
any
want him to
pillars. I'm trying
interact
to
with them.
interact with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. So far, I'm assuming none of you have touched any pillars.
Hell no.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, I can actually summon a bunch of snakes to touch pillars.
Okay, but I can some.
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
mean, you can
different
some.
creatures
There's no wrong answer. If you,
that last longer.
it's just an idea Ali had in conversation with Baylor.
Okay. I have my snake go up my pant leg,
Okay.
back into my clothing.
Okay. That happens.
You can't even tell he's here.
Ali sort of looks down. He says, "Yeah, I can tell."
Yeah. And
Alright.
what do I learn about the scepter and crown?
So what are you doing with it?
Tech magic 3 rounds to
Okay.
learn its properties.
All right. So, you know, I'm having a little trouble finding the scepter, but I have got the information on the crown, so I'll start with that. The crown is registering as transmutation. Now,
Do
I'm
I
looking
really
for the
want to spend
scepter.
all my fortune telling abilities? I'm almost tempted to cast augury
That's fair.
because it'll allow me to ask a much more specific question without action. I mean, emotion that my character would be doing.
Yeah, augury can be a clever idea.
I'm just going to tell Mr. Zug, crown transmutation. I don't think you may want to touch. I don't think you want to touch that.
I'm still looking for the scepter, but I have a feeling. You know what? It's possible the scepter doesn't actually have something on it, but I am still looking.
That's good. Sending it to you directly. Try to actually like whisper it, but I forget the actual like check command for the whisper.
What you can do is say /whisper.
Yeah, you can do GM roll to, I think too, yeah. Oh, sorry, if you want to, it's /W, then name a message, or /W GM message. So you just do /W space GM and then put whatever message you want if you want. Or you can just send it to me in Discord. Just tell me you're sending it to me in Discord because I won't know otherwise. Oh, you just did. Okay, cool. Now, so Canon, you were doing that a feature, yeah?
Yeah.
And what specifically were you using it on?
Let's say that. Am I being the pillar? Let's say that pillar.
Okay, now I'm going to point out to you, you understand that according to this text, for you to get the second half of the ability, you need to touch it.
I am fully aware. Yep.
And are you touching it?
Yep.
Alright, so you place your hand on the pillar. Give me a moment. And the moment you make contact with it, I need you to make a will saving throw, please.
Wills, you said.
Yep.
Where's my fucking mouse function? So does a 22.
Oh wow, that's impressive. Yeah. So you feel like it was trying to imbue you with something, but you resist the effects with your will and manage to push through it. And as you push on, do you continue to push on with through your ability to spend a round using your method to figure out what this is? Okay, so as you do, you figure out that this pillar, at least this very pillar, makes you do a will saving throw, and if you fail it, you start get affected by the levitate spell, which would cause you to float towards the ceiling.
Are we actually able to see the ceiling?
Yeah, it's just 30 feet up. I'm assuming you have that kind of... I mean, the humans might struggle.
I have torch, so I'm good.
Or like,
As you look up at the ceiling, you're noticing that each pillar has those kind of demonic mouths, like they have, like their wide, stretched open, agape kind of mouths. But other than that, you don't notice anything odd. Yeah.
You said it was 30 feet up?
Correct.
So we're going to actually be as we're still looking up at the ceiling. It's like I think I might have figured out what would happen. That's not exactly a good thing. So one of two big things.
Yep.
One, every single one of these pillars is going to levitate you up to the ceiling.
I'm assuming you're telling this to the whole group?
Yeah, we're telling this to everybody.
Because you'd have to really broaden out your voice a little bit, just so you know, because everyone's going to spread out pretty far.
Yeah, so we are going to actually be a bit louder for everyone to hear.
Cool.
And, well, if the spell takes hold, you float up. When it wears off, you'll drop. And that's a pretty decent drop. If you don't land properly, that could hurt. Secondly, those faces, we've seen those before. And we've seen what happens when something living goes into one of those mouths. They cease to live.
So, Project here says, I don't know what mouths you're talking about. I haven't seen such things.
It's all right, zip code. We will.
Oh.
We will. Just don't touch the mouth.
Don't touch the mouth.
Point...
He nods. What about the big mouth?
Especially the big mouth.
Okay then, because there's two of them.
Just don't touch any mouths.
Don't touch any mouths. Right.
You know what? Just for the sake of things,
yep.
Just don't even touch your own mouth.
Don't touch my own mouth. Right.
Don't eat.
Alright.
No mouth touching.
Yes, no mouth touching.
No mouth touching.
Whatsoever.
Okay.
The mouth is in there?
No mouth touchy.
Very funny.
I feel like
but I would love to see if Zug would be able to see if the crown and or the scepter is connected to anything on the throne.
So they're both lying on the throne seat, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna double check my notes. Yeah. So they're just both kind of just, the crown itself is just sort of on the cushion of the seat, and the scepter is sort of just lying diagonally across from one end of it is like touching the seat, and the other end is just sort of resting over the arm of the chair.
Is the chair itself magical?
I don't think so. I'm
Is
checking.
the platform we're on magical? Because I still have to detect magic up.
I'm inclined to say no.
Okay, something is up with these. This crown and scepter.
That's totally fair.
Do you want me to aqua blast them with 24 gallons of water coming straight out of my hands real quick? See what it does?
Yes, wash the scepter. See what happens.
Okay.
You know what?
Just give it a good
I'm
rinse.
Yeah, you know what?
Rinse
I'm
the
going
crown
to
and
cast Create Water and shoot out 24 gallons of water at the scepter and the crown.
All right. So you just pressure hose this whole throne thing and just blast it. Is there a lot of pressure when you do this, or is it just like cascading water?
It doesn't really specify. I just want it to be a pressure hose, like
Yep.
Aqua Blast.
All right. So you just blob this thing with a whole bunch of water. I'm assuming it doesn't stay in a retained area. Like it, once you create it, just sort of splashes and cascades off. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So it splashes and cascades off. I'm gonna get you both to make a spot check. Now, something else you notice is that the scepter and crown are not attached to the throne. They do move, so you can pick them up if you choose to. But in addition, what did you guys get for your?
I rolled
I
a
haven't-
two.
I haven't
Actually,
rolled.
I rolled a 12.
Yep. And what did you get, Zug?
Rolling now.
27. Damn. All right. So
27.
Zug, you notice, Boris, that the water is very slowly disappearing. Zug, you kind of like, hang on, and you like kind of examine a little bit closer. You realize that the water is disappearing between cracks around the platform that you're on, as though there is a recess underneath this whole platform.
I say, don't move.